Check it out, yeah. Irish Mafia. You know, you've seen American movies. You know, you've seen The Departed. You've seen you might have seen Michael Collins. Okay, The Orphans. Okay, so I'll just let you know about the Great Republic of Virtues of Ireland. So Northern Nazi Knacker Party, the Northern Nazi Party, Sinn Féin, the Northern Nazi Knacker Party, have brothels all over the Republic. I think they have one in Derry as well, but they mainly have brothels and stuff all over the Republic. So they come down to our country, basically. They're from a separate country. They come down here and they have brothels and racketeering and Protestant hating and rebel rousing and lots of other stupid stuff going on in the Republic. And stupid people in the Republic support them because they're Nazis. And they haven't really got a Nazi party to support. You really would be Fianna Fáil if you were somewhat, republicly conservative and not progressive. But anyway, this is the Northern Knacker Party. And they got these brothels, okay? No women get impregnated in these good old Catholic brothels. Catholic brothels, you know. And they have the babies, and they give their babies to, basically give them to Sinn Féin, they give them to the IRA as little unregistered orphans. And then Sinn Féin get tax money and deductions and all these allowances for raising orphans. They seem like, oh, wonderful people, we take so many orphans, and Mary Lou has like 12 of them. So they get these great tax deductions and stuff for being virtuous people who are raising orphans. And these orphans get opportunities, and they put them in the post office, the Gardaí, the military. They put them in social welfare departments, so they can, grease the elbows and they can jig the numbers and they can mess with people and screw them. Just like in the department, they put them everywhere. And they put them in caravans, you know what I mean? They get them educated in cybercrime. They put them in caravans hanging around in your fucking local town and going through everything you're doing. That's how they bumped into me. I didn't even have the internet. I had a library and I was writing and they were watching me writing and being nosy, knacker little fucking orphans. Anyway, these orphans, work eventually. When they grow up, they protect these brothels, ironically. And lots of other stuff, gun smuggling, racketeering, drug dealing. And they're snitches as well, These are semi-military guys, pretend to be travellers because they hang out in caravans and stuff and come from the country. And they tell travellers that they are travellers to get business with travellers. And they snitch out everybody else. They snitch out gangs, the Kinnairns or someone, they'd snitch them out easily to the Gardaí and the military and through Sinn Féin. And then they're very successful drug lords themselves because they're snitching out all their competition all the time. Mahon family, Wexford, they're all over the place. So they'll snitch you out, they'll just rat you out because they're semi-pseudo-military, paramilitary or something. They're just idiot orphans. But anyway, the funniest thing about it is, I'm saying, they end up guarding and working these brothels and stuff, men's hostels, or heroin brothels or whatever the fuck they are, men's hostels. But it's funny that presumably as rivers will come back about to be rivers at the same, they obviously, you need women to keep men interested, don't you? I was thinking about Russian army and all, that they get to go home and have some women, and what it'd be very, I'm celibate, I wouldn't care for women at all, but it'd be very hard to entertain or keep men loyal and disciplined and satisfied without women in their world, if they're slaves and gypsy little urchins and servants looking for a belly rub or dog biscuits that they get. Not even seeing their orphans allowance, they wouldn't even know about it. Mary gets all that. Mary Lou, of course, who was in attendance for my attempted disembowelment, just to let you know. So she's a murderer. But and she's also like a TD. She's elected as Dublin's TD. And some of my other family have been murdered. Anyway, again, getting to the funny part of this. So these boys defend these brothels or watch these brothels, aren't even working these brothels and whatever they're doing. They're watching everything, really. It's very Republican virtue, and they're watching everybody. Shutting down other brothels and stuff, but keeping theirs open and alive. Man, these guys. It's very likely, anyway, in rivers, that these people will work in the brothels, and under the secrecy of the oblivion of their orphanage, where they actually know their mothers, are given time, anyway, in these brothels for working. You're given some drugs, probably you're given some money, you're given some of this, you're given protection, you're given a lot of stuff. But you're probably given women in the brothels that you're working for. And it's a very honest likelihood that they fuck their own mothers accidentally and, eventually. Or each other's mothers. So that's where your good old Republican virtues lead you to. Don't you ever talk shit about my fucking ma, Paddy. Fucking take your world. Ha ha ha. Anyway, you're like a Rockefeller, and that's why Rockefellers like you, because you rode your own ma. Sinn Féin boys, huh?